This program is supported by MainStreet Bookends of Warner for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. MainStreet Bookends of Warner.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, coming to you from in the gallery at MainStreet Bookends here in Warner on Main Street, just as the title tells you. I'm now joined by Neil Nevins, who's one of the co-founders of MainStreet Warner. Hi, Neil.
Good morning.
I'm excited to hear all about what this is, and as you said, there's a lot of main streets being talked about here, but this is really an organization that you co-founded to preserve and have the history of Main Street. Tell us about it.
Yes, and I think the focus for the nonprofit, which we established in 2000, together with Catherine Nevins, and Jim Mitchell, we wanted to have a continued focus on Main Street. Certainly in 2000, we were losing a lot of businesses on Main Street, and but I think over the years we've been able to maintain the vibrancy of Main Street. And so one of the motivating factors in starting the nonprofit in 2000 was to be able to extend the arts to the community of Warner, and to the entire region, to give greater access to the arts right on Main Street. And so the nonprofit worked out of this gallery in the bookstore for a number of years. We started a Friday night on Main Street, so every Friday night for our first 10 years we had something going on here, whether it was a concert, an author event, or performance, a small theatrical performance. And so we knew that given the turnout and support of the community, we needed sort of a bigger space. And that led to us talking about creating a park around the bookstore. So with Jim's pushing us forward, the Main Street Bookends turned the land over around the bookstore to the nonprofit.
Oh, interesting.
So that it would be preserved in the hands of Main Street Warner into perpetuity.
Amazing. And so you maintain it, and
so it's the responsibility of the nonprofit to maintain the park.
Love it.
Around the bookstore. And so Jim Mitchell, was really pushing forward. How do we turn this, what at the time was an overgrown lot, into a community park with an outdoor stage?
Sure.
So George Pelletieri from the Pelletieri Associates here in town got on board, and together Jim and George really moved forward on the design. Unfortunately, Jim died in 2008, and that's when the community really came together and said, we're gonna build this park. We're gonna help Jim achieve the dream that he had.
Amazing.
So that's why the park is really dedicated to Jim, acknowledging Jim, the Jim Mitchell Community Park. And so we were able to open up the park in 2010, and followed a few years later, 2016, we formally opened up the outdoor stage theater.
Which is amazing.
Well, it's just a wonderful timber frame structure, thanks to the good work of Peter Ladd here in Warner, Robert Shoemaker, Charles Betts, Taylor Blatchley, others. They devoted nearly 2 years of their time to construct the timbers and then put them together.
Yeah, right.
So the park opened officially at the stage in 2016.
Amazing.
And we continue to have performances in the summer and throughout the summer and early fall. We've had hundreds of performances,
You have.
thousands of people
Yes.
attending. And, you know, this is really, I think, one aspect of the reason why we have a Main Street.
Yes.
And a Main
Agreed.
Street that continues to grow.
Yeah.
And so it's, you know, we have retail, we've got now a wonderful window restoration business in the old fire
Yes.
station. You know, restaurants, coffee house, other things.
Right.
But you know, with the concerts and that being our focus here in the park, you know, we are able to bring in people from all over the area.
Yes.
All over the area, and that's been wonderful. So in 2020, we you know, were faced with a crisis.
Yes.
With the pandemic.
Yep.
We did not have concerts for 20, you know, for 2 years.
Sure.
But this summer we reopened.
Love it.
And again, just the outpouring of support.
It's a perfect venue for outdoor social distancing too. So,
Well,
yeah.
True. And so, you know, we're certainly pleased to be able to open back up, and you know, just overflowing at the concerts.
Amazing.
And again, we want to highlight and feature local and regional
Sure.
bands, and you know, and I think another aspect of what we were able to provide here in the park throughout the pandemic is that Simon's Elementary,
Yes.
which is just you know, up the street, really were able to use the park as their outdoor classroom.
Right.
You know, we had some musical events, we had
Right.
some concerts
Right.
in the park, so the students and their families were able to come down
Yeah.
and enjoy that.
And great for all ages.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to for this year at the park?
I think just a continuation. We did expand and open up sort of the last phase of the park in October of 2020, which
Oh.
was the you know, the anniversary of opening up the park.
Sure.
And we're sort of designating it as the children's park.
Oh, fantastic.
So we want to install you know, interactive components. We want to do more of an edible landscape.
Amazing.
And fruit trees, nut trees, medicinals, herbs.
Sure.
And you know, and that fits in, I think, to one aspect of our mission is that in addition to arts and education, we've really tried to focus on ecological living practices. The park is powered by the solar collectors here. We're 100% solar. We have a rainwater collection and irrigation system
Amazing.
that irrigates the park. And I think the component of an edible landscape will also offer opportunities for Simon's elementary students to come down and use this as sort of, again, their outdoor.
Right. Who knew that it would have so many options and things to use it with? I was going to say, don't sleep on Warner because there's so much happening here. I encourage everybody to check out your website and so they can follow along with a lot of this progress. That's it for this week from Warner. So many things going on in the Warner area. Tune in to our live basketball game of the week, Friday, January the 21st, as the Kearsarge boys travel to Newport with an air timing start of 6:54 p.m. All of our games are replayed on Sundays and Mondays at noon and 5 p.m. and anytime on demand at ycnnow.com. Check the program schedule at ycnnow.com for the most up-to-date information on games and replays. I'm Abby Peel. Tune in again next week at the same time for your Who, What, Where, and When show, Yankee Chronicle. Stay safe, everyone.